Yep, this is where we're at. Welcome to the Right Power Podcast. I am your resident El McTardo Robert. Yep, here we are. Boonga boonga. Well, today I'm actually doing a part. Actually, it's the last one was beta. This one is live because the last one was going to just be a cut together video. Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Today I want to talk about the disenfranchisement of young white men in America. It's a huge problem. I know a lot of the other streamers are talking about it, but I've been talking about this forever. And it's not just young white men, it's all white men. I mean, you know, we're the most disposable, overlooked, fucking, nobody gives a shit about us. It doesn't matter. You can go fucking into that's why they go into a burning building. Doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck about us. But they're like, oh yeah, great guy. Anyway. But anyway, welcome to the stream. If you're here. I doubt anybody's here, but this is what we're doing. I'm going to start off with some statistics. And, you know, stay with me. These are alarming as fuck. Now, I put together some of this shit because there is a huge problem in America. They don't. You have young women feel like they're untouchable. They don't need no man. Yet you don't see them on oil rigs, and you don't see them doing anything other than, I don't know, was it like 2 years where they were like going into like, you know, the tech field, but they weren't doing anything. They were just posting videos of themselves like eating and doing yoga at Google and X, formerly known as Twitter. But a lot of this stuff really fucked my brain up. The disenfranchisement of white American males. And here's some trending data. This is pulled from the CDC, the NCES, Pew Gallup surveys 2020s, the Manhattan Institute, etc. There's a few others. This is all correlates, no causation. Just to let you guys know. I did this through Grok, and I mean, I gave it a shitload of data points, but I wanted correlates with no causation because I'm pretty sure we could figure out the causation. The first one, suicide rates, white males. All right. White non-Hispanic males, consistently high suicide rates among males 25 to 28 years old per 100K. Overall male rate rose sharply between the years 2000 and 2018. Now, 2018, we had, you know, that was like the beginning of like the COVID era. But it peaked at 2021. Actually, I think that was beginning of COVID. Slight dip to stabilize. Key trends: 15 to 24 and 18 to 25. 23.8 in 2021. All right, for 15 to 24 year olds. 23%, almost 24 in 2021. Now, Out of that, white males make up 68% of all male suicides. And they rose 3% during 2020, between 2020 and 2021. And that's the CDC. Yeah. Does that make you think about anything? I mean, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. Makes me feel some kind of way, guys. I don't really like seeing these guys off themselves. But you know it's gonna happen. It is definitely gonna happen. Okay. Jesus Christ. Hey, babe, do me a solid. Can you bring up my live stream on TV and see if it's stuttering? Yeah, whatever. All right. Anyway, coming back to this motherfucker. All right. Just makes me sad. All right, so we got through the suicide rates. Now I want to do divorce statistics. Young men 18 to 25. Actually, the overall U.S. divorce rate, let's start with that. Declining steadily. Well, that's good. White, non-Hispanic, moderate rates. Lower than black, higher than Asian. Patterns by age. Highest in young brackets, 15 to 24. Now, I don't understand why 15-year-olds are getting married, but whatever. That's 29 per 1,000 married. And it drops with age, okay? There's fewer young divorces, gray divorce, which is like 50 plus, and then stabilize. So yeah, we're actually experiencing the younger you are, and you get married, the more likely you are to get divorced. And I don't know what that correlates to. I have an idea, but we're going to get to that a little later. This is the one that really fucked me up. Young men 18 to 25, never in a relationship, never approached women. 27% of men, all men, 18 to 29, never in a serious relationship. It's higher for 18 to 22. 40% of white males, never in a serious relationship. 23% between blacks and Hispanics, never in a serious relationship. 45% of men 18 to 25 never fucking approached a woman in person for a date. Does that make sense? Never. Stuttering? We good? My wife's not listening. Never approached a woman in person. Between 18 and 25. These are the years you approach women. Now, yeah, 44% Gen Z men. No romantic experience, period. In teens. Zero. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. How? How? Well, I got a few ideas. So let's get to that. Let's talk about the rise of DEI in the workforce. All right, well, I think we could actually correlate the white male drop in certain fields during the DEI push 2015, 2020. All right. Let's talk about school admissions. Med school, white men, 31% to 20%. Between 2015, 31%, 2020. Law, creative field declines. They did a little bit of an overcorrection, kind of like how they did, after World War II, Nazi Germany. We overcorrected. Now we need to get rid of all whiteness, whatever that means. We need to get rid of the things that you cannot. How can you get rid of whiteness? We don't want to get rid of white. We just whiteness. That's an overcorrection. You can't get rid of whiteness without getting rid of whites. DEI may reduce male advantages in some admissions, such as education gaps, non-college paths. Now, apparently there's no evidence of anti-white discrimination, but the demographic shifts have been noted. I believe there has been some white discrimination, but that's just me. Here's some college enrollment data. White men versus white women, 18 to 24. Persistent female advantage, 5 to 15 point gap most years. Here's some key snapshots. Year 2000, white males, 25 to 35%, female, 35% plus. So already we got an advantage in 2000. Now 2010 comes around, there's a decade. Males, 35%. Female, 36 to 41% in 2010. One decade, and there's a 10-point fucking split. 2020 to 2022. Males, 31 to 36%. Females, 39 to 46%. Women have been studied to be higher every year in admissions. Overall, white enrollment, 41%. 2022, female rates are stable, growing. Males are stagnant. Then we got a gap in here. And this has to do with the males shifting right politically. Young men. And I don't blame you. Because, why wouldn't you? If you're being told that you're an oppressor, that you're horrible, you're toxic, everything about you is horrible and bad. Yeah, no, that's no good. So what we're finding in these, between men 18 and 30, young men are more conservative or becoming more conservative and right-leaning. They're actually pushing towards traditional values, which, why not? They make the most sense, and men have been known to be a little more logical. Young women, way more liberal. And the more college educated they get, the more liberal they become. That doesn't say anything about the education, about women being educated. That says more about the college curriculum than educated women. Now, the correlates. Female college advantage. Women, 58% undergrads versus non-college men feel sidelined. So they go to a rightward shift. Non-college white men show strongest move right. Now, it doesn't make the men retarded. That's where you get these oh my God, MAGA MAGA is just full of uneducated. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. No, not going to college doesn't equal retarded. Okay? Not going to college equals vocational skills, hands-on work, marriage. There's so many other fucking data points here. Have nothing to do with like, oh, they're Dirkadurs from fucking retardistan, okay? And that's that comes from the Harvard IOP Gallup, the Ipsos polls, where the fuck is. This is the thing that really fucked my mind up. OnlyFans. All right. I wanted to find out the amount of OnlyFans girls that start at age 18. Well, I couldn't find that, but rough estimates. Women 18 to 24, active creators. 1.2 to 1.4 million U.S. women 18 to 24, that's 10 to 14% of that age group, are on OnlyFans at this fucking moment. The platform growth. Post 2019, it was 1 million creators to now 4 million. 4 million girls between 18 and 24 are on OnlyFans. That's fucking insane. Heavy young adult participation, but no precise start at 18, because that's what I was trying to find out. And this brings me to the quality of life of young white men. White males, 18 to 30, in the last 10 years. We can't, apparently, I could not find any white male only fucking, data sets. Happiness, life satisfaction dropped post 2012. Wonder what happened then. I think that was the beginning of the Me Too movement. Very happy. 30% of men, period, pre-2020. Very happy, 30%, and 50% low. 24% have rebounded. Under 30s amongst lowest globally. So globally, men in America under their 30s show at this point the lowest amount of fucking life satisfaction. Young men lag. Delayed milestones, loneliness, malaise. Whites, young men track overall youth decline, economics, social media, relationships. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked. Now, what can we correlate this with? Probably a lot of things. I would imagine that we can correlate this mostly with the push for, mostly anti-white sentiment, misandrist policies, the rise of fucking radical feminism. Women can do no wrong, no matter what. Men are toxic if they high-five each other. It's actually disgusting. It's sick. It's sick. Now, the reason why I'm bringing all this up, because originally I wanted to name this, it was supposed to be a video, not a stream. I wanted to name this video, How Not to Let the Universe One-Shot You. But I think it might have already one-shotted a lot of you guys. And I need to be real here. I don't have all the answers. But I do have a lot of experience under my belt. and I'm going to give you some of my ideas and how I get by. Because I know I'm a married man. This world, the U.S., from as early as elementary school, maybe even pre-K, to all the way up to your work life, it's all centered around women. And the sad thing is like, let's start off in school. Any boy or man who's been in school could tell you they've probably gotten a letter sent home with them talking about how disruptive they were. And that's because the classroom is not centered around men or boys. It's not centered around how boys act. And this is why a lot of kids end up on speed. Because their teachers tell their parents that he's very disruptive. Well, guess what? Boys are by nature disruptive. They're ornery, they're crazy. They have different needs. I can tell you from experience that the classroom has never catered to me. From the 80s to the late 90s to early 2000s when I was going to college. But what do they do? What do the teachers do when they get the parents in there? They say, your son is very disruptive. He needs to get up. He's always fidgeting. I think he has ADD. Well, congratulations. We all have it. But what you shouldn't do is put young kids on fucking speed. All right? Doesn't fucking help them. Doesn't help them. In fact, you shouldn't be on any fucking things that can change your brain chemistry before your brain is developed. Don't get me wrong. I'm on ADD medication. But I'm a fucking adult male. My brain's developed. I'm there, bro. The classroom is not geared towards boys. It's just not. It's just not. They go towards one. They go towards the girls. The girls will sit there daintily and they'll pass notes very quietly and all that. The boys want to be class clowns. They want to jump around. They want to fucking do shit. And it's not how it works. I feel like we should actually separate the boys and the girls, and we should cater to their specific needs. But we won't because, we need to turn the noise down on the males. Unless they're, unless they're a different color, unless they're a protected class, then they can do what they want. They could sit there and go in the corner and put their prayer fucking mat down and go, Mayo. You could do that. Or, if you're black, you could beat the shit out of your teacher. Not even fucking They'll be like, oh, it's just the way it is. You know, it's systemic. It's because we did bad things. This feminized culture is ridiculous. And then you wonder why these poor kids are moving to the right. It's because you have they have no agency anymore. And they deserve it. They deserve the agency because these are your future oil rig workers. They're your future electricians. They're your future plumbers. These are your future. These are people that make America. But no, you go fucking off and you go, no, we need to fucking bring more third worlders here. Like, but you look at their countries, they don't do shit. They live in fucking mud huts. But no, those people are more important. You're going to sideline young white men, you know, for women who, don't get me wrong, women do great shit. And they have their place in society. But who the fuck makes the fucking world fucking spin? Tell me who. Tell me who. The one fucking section of people, if you fucking yeeted them out the universe right now, what would happen? What would happen if you yeeted all the white men out of the universe right now? You know what would happen? You'd be fucked. You'd have, I don't know, 5 days before everything goes down. Power grid, whatever. The whole place turns into a fucking 28 days later. But yet, knowing all this, you know, we're going to prop up these people and not prop up these people. You're going to fucking completely fuck off these people who have historically, like, basically, we created fucking the Industrial Revolution. A lot of people were killed, you know, in the interim. It won't matter anyway, you know, because, you know, the men that would be left, you know, they get one-shotted by fucking pussy because they are pussies. Oh, my God. Just want to say, you guys are not alone. I understand. I feel your pain. Feel your pain. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You can DM me. You can send messages. I see. I don't see them trying to like. I see a change, but I don't see it like. I just hope. I pray for you guys. I pray for you guys. I see kids now, like, you know, guys that are in their 20s, and they're, you know, and I'm talking about, like, you know, guys like A Cheeto and you know, and Tom Dart. You know, these are some, like, I guess they're Z. They're doing all right. You know. There is a shift. I mean, but at the same time, we need it from the top down. They need to fucking change. They need to change the way they think and change the way we teach men. And we need to get this whole, like, putting shit up on a pedestal. No, we need to understand what has made society great. Who makes society great? And you know, and the places for each sex, each gender, whatever, and the races and all this and where it all goes. Because generally, you're fucking over the fucking people who make society. And now you basically destroyed, like you fucking radicalized a whole generation of fucking kids. And that's your fault. And I think more of you, you don't need to be radicalized. You just need to know that you're important and the world doesn't work without you. All right? And I'm here for you. Men are important. Women are important. All races are important. If you're in America, some religions are better than others. And won't you fucking go subscribe or get wrecked? Thank you. It's been the Right Power Podcast. You guys can, you guys are the best. Mwah. Fuckholes. Yeah, of course it's poor.